What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another break on this Wednesday evening. Right now, we've got 2020 Tops Update Series Baseball Jumbo, 6-box, full case number 3, random teams. You go ahead and get this shared over to the group, get everybody tagged, and we will go ahead and get started. Jamie, having a hard time tagging. If you go by something else on Facebook, let me know and I'll get that tag added. All right, there we go. Got all the tags added there. Got that tag added for Mike. All right, while we're waiting for everybody to hop on in here, I'm going to crack open this case, get our 6 boxes out. All right, let me get this moved out of the way real quick. All right, let's go ahead and hop over to our browser now that we got those up and get the teams randomed. There we go. Got the names here first, 30 entries. Tony Goya on top, Tyler Gilbert on the bottom. Going to roll the dice. Anything 4 or less, we roll again. Got a 7, so we're good there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Tyler Gilbert on top, Nicholas Caldwater on the bottom. Go. Got that reflected on the screens. And then we got the teams here. Same 30 entries. Arizona Diamondbacks on top. Washington Nationals on the bottom. Roll the dice. Anything 4 or less, we roll again. Got a 4, so we got to roll again there. Got a 6 there, so we're good. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Colorado Rockies on top. Arizona Diamondbacks on the bottom. There we go. Let me get this font just a little bit smaller so we can see those without names meshing together. There we go. All right, here we go. Starting the trade timer now. 5 minutes on the clock. In case anybody wants to trade teams. While that trade timer is ticking, I'm going to go ahead and get these verification codes copied into our chat. All right, there we go. Verification codes have been posted. Just about 4.5 minutes left on that trade timer. Plenty of time if anybody wants to switch teams. All right, just about 3.5 minutes left in that trade time. We're getting close to our halfway point. What's up, Brian? How you doing? Looking forward to this one. My pleasure. Glad you got those. Got our first trade offer in the chat from Brian as well. Just about 2.5 minutes, a little bit over. So about half the time left on our trade timer. Yeah, me too. I broke the last case of this. We saw some really cool stuff. All right, guys. Under 2.5 minutes now. We're almost at 1.5 minutes left on the trade timer. There's some really cool, like, I don't know what to call them because you call them patches, but in the trading card world, we also think of like relics as patches. But each box has a box topper like patch that you'd sew on a jacket too. I think that was my favorite thing. I had never opened this product before because I got into collecting in 2021. Like hobby and retail. I would collect singles before that, but they're really cool. I'm sure everybody else is like, oh, these are patches. These aren't cards, but I love seeing those. All right, guys, last 60 seconds here. All right, last 30 seconds here. Last 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. All right, seeing no trades. Those are going to be everybody's teams. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. Box number 1. Looking at 1 auto and 2 relics per box. From what I saw in the last case, and this could be different, but my experience, the one relic of some sort, like a major league material or a jersey swatch, and then one manufactured Derek Jeter patch, since his 20 years of the captain inserts are in this set. But we shall see. Good luck, everybody. Is anybody in the chat looking forward to the Super Bowl? No, this is baseball, but I know that's like the big sporting event coming up. Or spring training for baseball does start soon. I think pitchers and catchers just a few days away. that's how I feel, Brian. That's why I like asking in my breaks lately what everybody's hoping for, because I'm like, I have no opinion. And we've got our auto here, Kenta Maeda on the Baseball Stars, 42 out of 50. Nice one there for the Minnesota Twins. That one going over to Mike. What the heck? Top loader did not want to stay in my hand. There you go, Mike. Nice. Kenta Maeda out of 50. Congrats on that. Yeah, I have no ties to either team. I mean, I'm not necessarily like against either team. I was just hoping it would be like the Lions or the Commanders or someone we haven't seen in a while. I'm kind of tired of the Chiefs and Eagles and the 49ers just always being in the Super Bowl. I mean, they earned it, I guess, but let's get something different. Yeah, I think that's how I feel. I mean, it'd be cool to see a team get the first, like, historic three-peat. I can't hate on that. There we go. Let me get this base moved over. We'll hop into our next couple of packs. I'm just not excited for it. Luckily, I'll be breaking that day, so hopefully I'll be focused on cards anyway. Not worried about who's winning. I think the thing I have a hard time with the Chiefs is, like, it's obvious that Patrick Mahomes is like a generational talent. Like, you cannot deny that. But, and I'm not going to say, like, I'm not going to say the refs thing is true or whatever. I'm not going to try to, like, spout conspiracy theories because I'm mad. But sometimes it does seem a little unfair in the way that the Chiefs get things versus other teams. Maybe that's just perception. Maybe that's not the truth. I can't say if it's true or not. But I think that's the one frustrating thing, is it does kind of seem a little weird. And we've got a patch here, a Yu Darvish for the Texas Rangers. Really cool patch there. That one's going to be a 2 out of 5. How about that for the Rangers? Go ahead and get that one magged up. I was going to say, that has to be low numbered with how sick that patch looks. That one going over to Josh Germain. There you go, Josh. Two out of five. There is numbered stuff. I would say it normally falls like 2 or 3 a box. I'm going to push this stuff back a little bit. Like you've got the traditional like numbered out of the year, so there's stuff numbered out of 2020. But the beautiful part about it is they're all flipped backwards. So we will see the numbered stuff. Yeah, I was like, it's weird we haven't seen any of it yet. I felt like in the last case of this we had a pretty good amount. There's also image variations, but luckily, like again, they typically flip those backwards 99% of the time. And they're always like right in this stretch here. You said it, not me, Brian, but I agree with you 100%. That's the hard thing about like I'm trying to go through this fast for y'all, but because of like the texture and like because they're a couple years old, some of them like I wouldn't say stick together is not the right word, but like they don't slide off each other as smoothly. And I'm always worried when I'm flipping through them like that I'm going to accidentally like bend one in half because of the material. There's our Derek Jeter patch. That one's going to be numbered. 22 out of 50. Nice one there for the Yankees. Congrats on that. Typically, there's one of those per box. There we go. Congrats on that one. Going over to Jamie. There you go, Jamie. Out of 50, Derek Jeter patch. It's been a very nice box so far. All right, let me get these base moved over real quick. Yeah, Brian, it does. It's a weird thing. Yeah, I did see the SSPs in the regular one. It's weird. I don't think we had any SSPs in the jumbo. We had a couple like short print image variations. So I guess like we did have SSPs and SPs, but not like the ones with the cool SSP stamp on the back. Yeah, I love these Jeter patches. Hopefully we get lucky enough to pull an autoed one. Obviously those are very uncommon, but I would love to pull another Derek Jeter auto. Oh yeah, okay, so see this one's numbered. Normally they're flipped backwards, but 1610 out of 2020 going over to the Dodgers. There we go, nice one there for the Dodgers. Got that Javi Baez here. That one's going to be 474 out of 2020. Nice one there for the Cubs. Man, I miss Javi. Well, I don't miss Javi Baez as he plays now, but I remember the time when Kris Bryant, Anthony Rizzo, and Javi Baez were all traded, and it was like a very sad week. But then you see how Javi Baez has done since, and you're like, okay, maybe they knew something I didn't. All right, let me get this base moved over. We'll get into our box loader packs. Yeah, that's how I feel. And I've always felt kind of torn about Kris Bryant because he hasn't performed as well. But nice. Zach Gallen there. Shohei. Wilson Contreras. But I'm still a diehard Kris Bryant fan. So as much as he has not performed as well in Colorado, we just went to Rockies Fest. Me, Emmett, and our social media guy, Anthony, went to film some content to interview the new rookies about their first flagship rookies in 2025 Series 1. And we got to meet Kris Bryant. And that was like a childhood dream come true for me. He was super down to earth, really cool guy. And how about that? There's our first patch. Giancarlo Stanton for the Yankees. Going over to Jamie. There you go, Jamie. Like I said, I know probably a lot of people are not as excited about these patches, but I think these are super cool. Rizzo was the only one. Like, I know the Yankees just let him go, unfortunately, but I feel like Rizzo for the longest time was the only one that kept performing after he left the Cubs. All right, let me get these moved over. We'll hop into box number 2. Which autos, Joe? Do you have autos of Javi or all three? Or Javi's the only one I never managed to get for some reason. I kind of stopped PCing him as soon as they traded him. I kept with Bryant and Rizzo, but Javi was like my secondary. Him and empty box there. Him and Wilson Contreras were my like secondary PCs that I collected when they were on the Cubs and halted once they left. Kept on with Rizzo and Bryant. I have most of their like cards from the other teams. I'm wearing my Kris Bryant jersey right now. Hard to see, but I've got one of them on, the City Connect Colorado jersey. Yeah, I was super happy about it. It was really cool actually. So Rockies Fest is kind of weird. What they do is you buy a ticket, you get a free autograph session, but there's 4 rooms and they have different players in them every hour. Oh yeah, 100%. But yeah, they have 4 players in each room every hour, and you get assigned 1 room for the day and 1 time. Another nice Derek Jeter there, going over to the Yankees. But so they don't tell you who you get to meet, and it's just kind of a crapshoot. And so we actually didn't get Kris Bryant's room, and we were all kind of sad about it because Anthony's also a huge Kris Bryant fan. And we found out you could do standby the rest of the day. So we just bounced from room to room for hours, trying to obviously interview all the rookies about the flagship and get signatures for our giveaways that we're doing for Series 1, but also trying to find Kris Bryant. And we were about to give up hope towards the end of the day. We were talking to someone in line because we did a contests with people there where they could rank their favorite Rockies things to get a pack of Topps. I believe it was 2023 Series 1. And the lady was like, I heard you guys are looking to meet Chris Bryant. I've had the opposite luck. I've met Chris Bryant all day. She's like, I think I know where he's going to be next, and I don't want to meet him. She's like, just go to that room and try to do the standby. And then when we were waiting in standby 5 minutes before it started, she came up and she was like, hey, I have my tickets here. Here's my tickets. You guys can go meet Chris Bryant. So it was really cool. Meant a lot to us that she was willing to give up her last auto spot of the day to let us meet one of our personal sports heroes. And it was really cool. I got a Chris Bryant's actually first Bowman. I got him to sign that. Only got to talk to him for a second, obviously, because they're rushing everybody through. But I just told him how much he meant to me as a kid and how much I was excited that he was playing in Colorado, even though he's had kind of a rough start there. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a really cool experience. It was crazy, too, because the tickets were only like $15 for all day, and it included the autos. Like, you didn't have to pay for any of the autos. But keep a lookout on social media. I know we released a video, I believe like a week and a half ago, with a Colorado Rockies City Connect hat that it's signed by all the players we met that day, including Kyle Tucker and Chris Bryant, or Kyle Farmer and Chris Bryant. And we're doing that as a giveaway for pre-orders for Topps Series 1 Baseball 2025. Then we also got a jersey signed that we will be giving away at Topps Rip Night for people who are in the area and able to come into that. Yeah, 100%. Well, and it's funny, we kept joking about it because we never could figure out where he was. Like, I've tried to meet Chris Bryant 5 different times at games, and I've always just had the worst luck. So I was like, well, at least it's funny that I get to keep continuing the streak. But got to see Bud Black. We saw Charlie Blackmon. Charlie Blackmon did some card rips for fans. Obviously, he was so swamped with people that we couldn't get close. But that was really cool to see him. It was just a blast. I'm definitely going to try to go, make it a yearly thing. Because then they let you into the stadium. You could tour the locker rooms, the different areas. They had a garage sale where they sold player-used memorabilia. So it was a blast. I know a lot of ball teams do them, but I know, obviously with teams like the Cubs and the Yankees, it's much of a bigger fanfare with longer days and probably more expensive tickets. Yeah, Chuck Nasty. I always want to call him that in breaks. I'm like, if someone does not know his nickname, they're going to think I'm, having a stroke. Yeah, I was so happy he played for Colorado, and they announced him as a special advisor to the general manager at Rockies Fest. I just wish we could have done better for him. Same with Chris Bryant. I think Chris Bryant is partially on him. Not going to lie. I think he's just got a different mindset. He's been plagued by injuries. But I wish we would have gotten a championship for Chuck Nasty. Dude deserves it. He kind of held the team up on his shoulders heavily for a long time. That's what I was saying in the last break of this. It's so funny to look at this as a Rockies fan and see all the Rockies cards in here and go, none of these people play for us anymore. There's Nolan Arenado cards in here. Yeah, Todd Helton would have been another one that deserved it. Larry Walker. Yeah, that's what I've always assumed. I've always wanted to go because I'm a diehard Cubs fan at heart. Rockies are my number 2 team. I will always root for them as long as they're not playing the Cubs. Got a nice Justin Tucker relic here for the Dodgers from the 2017 MLB All-Star Game. But from what I've seen from CubsCon, I can imagine it costs a lot more, and I'm sure you pay for the individual signatures instead of getting everything included. But, for some of those guys, I would not complain about paying for that. That one's going over to Tony. There you go, Tony. Nice All-Star relic coming your way. Congrats on that. I know he's one of the most controversial figures in the sport, but I would love to meet Sammy Sosa one day. Ryan Sandberg. Heck yeah. I used to love Nolan Arenado. He was one of my favorites. Another one that not a lot of people probably like heard of outside of Colorado because he was good for our quality, but not like amazing for the MLB. That was one of my favorites. Was Connor Joe. We got a Jonathan Daza there. Speaking of the Colorado Rockies, that's going to be 182 out of 199. Nice one there for the Rockies. Going over to Tyler. There you go, Tyler. Got a nice auto there. All right, let me get this base moved over. We'll hop into these last 3 packs. Yeah, I just saw. I haven't caught up on everything that's going on with him, but I did see some stuff on Twitter about him being upset because someone was talking about like, yeah, he had some great years in Colorado, but then he played kind of mediocre. I think Arenado, great player, but maybe not like kind of like a big fish in a little pond versus a little fish in a big pond, right? Like when you're playing in Colorado, you don't have to be that great, unfortunately. There's still time, Brian. We still got 4 more boxes. Got a Wilmer Flores here. 494 out of 2020. Like, really, a lot of the guys that come out of Colorado look hot in Colorado because Colorado has problems. But then you go to a different team and you just kind of disappear. Like Connor Joe, like I was just talking about. You don't hear about him at all anymore. And he was like one of the big stars in Colorado. Isn't that every product, though, Brian? That's a joke, but sometimes it definitely feels like that. Oh, yeah. Okay. DJ LeMahieu was amazing. I loved rooting for. And, like, don't get me wrong, Colorado has had some great players like Chuck Nasty, Larry Walker, Andres Galarraga, like the Blake Street Bombers, some of the best to do it. I mean, Dexter Fowler left the Rockies, went to the Cubs and won a World Series, so. Yeah, I agree with you, Justin. Yeah, I would love to see peak DJ LeMahieu back. Because correct me if I'm wrong, and I could be, because I do. Yeah, Connor Joe was great in Colorado and not much else. DJ LeMahieu had a brief stunt with the Cubs too, right? Like I said, that's one of those ones I could be completely misremembering, but I swore he played with the Cubs for a little bit. All right, let me get this base moved over. We'll get into our box toppers. Oh, that's awesome to hear. Yeah, he's one of my personal favorites. I loved him on the Rockies. I have his first Bowman. Got a nice Mike Trout there. Going over to the Angels. That one's going to be 78 out of 99. There we go. Nice one there for the Angels. Congrats on that one. I always love seeing Mike Trout show up. See, when Rizzo was on the Yankees, I cheered for the Yankees. I don't know if I'm going to continue that. Not like in a fair weather fan way, but I really only rooted for Rizzo. But I don't hate the Yankees like a lot of people like. I'd be happy to see them succeed. I always try to go to their games when they play the Rockies out here. And we've got our Gavin Lux patch. That's going to be the patch for this box. Nice one there for the Dodgers. Yeah, he started in San Diego, right? Connor Joe did? That happens a lot, Tony. It's not just you. Yeah, I was looking at tickets yesterday. I tried to score some, but for some reason the like pre-order link they sent me was like having a lot of issues. Take a quick sip of water here. I always try to at least go to one of the games. That's the benefit of being in Colorado with the Rockies is, other than maybe the Yankees games and the Cubs games, their tickets are so cheap. So some days I'll just be bored, look if there's a game, and if there's a game, I'll just drive up to Denver and go to the ballpark. Empty box there. Dang, that's cool. Yeah, Rizzo. I'll never talk bad about Rizzo. Like, I can say Chris Bryant and Javi struggled, but I feel like Rizzo did well. I mean, he made it to they didn't win, but he made it to the World Series with another team. I just hope the Cubs sign him to let him retire as a Cub. Like, I think Rizzo, I'm sure Rizzo wants to continue playing, but I would not be upset if he retired. Didn't go too far into his career and then ruin it. Got a 648 out of 2020. Mike Montgomery there for the Kansas City Royals. Yeah. I was surprised. Like, I get why the Yankees did what they did, but I was kind of shocked. Honestly, because I feel like he's a good kind of like, he's not even old, but you know what I mean? Like, he's kind of like a good veteran to help teach the younger guys some things, but baseball's a business. I was sad when the Yankees let him go because that was always fun to root for the Yankees. Like I said, I never have anything against the Yankees, but it's even more exciting when your favorite player of all time plays on their team. Well, I think that's what him and Bryant unfortunately ran into. That's out of their control. Is like both of them have been plagued with injuries since they left. I'm excited though as a Cubs fan. I saw the like I never know how like truthful these projections are, but the Cubs are projected to do really well this year. I've always had I've always thought they were like in a good like forward momentum on their rebuilding stage. But it looks like it's finally working out. All right, let me get this base moved over. I just hope Rizzo doesn't end up somewhere where careers go to die. Like the Colorado Rockies. Honestly, I would be so pumped if Anthony Rizzo came to play for the Colorado Rockies. Did I miss a parallel? I feel like I've gotten all the numbered ones. There's the normal, like, silver. Got the Michael Conforto there on the New York Mets All-Star patch. There we go. Congrats on that one. Like this one, right, Tony? Like this shiny? Let me go back and look now. I think that's what you mean. There's one of those in every pack. So I've just been sleeving the numbered stuff. Got a David Wright for the Mets here. That one's going to be 8 out of 50. Nice one there for the Mets. That one's going over to Josh. There you go. I'll go a little bit slower for you then. Got our relic here. Going to be a Mark Terexia. Yeah, so there's a Derek Jeter patch of some sort like this in every box. Nice one there for the Yankees. Going over to Jamie. There you go, Jamie. Another Derek Jeter patch coming your way. There we go. Nice one there for the Yankees. All right, let me get this base moved over. We'll hop into the last 3 packs of this box. What's wrong, Brian? You mad that there's Derek Jeters in everyone? How about that? Really nice Yankees auto there. Gio Urshela. Congrats on that one. Going over to Jamie. There you go, Jamie. Man, Jamie, that would be awesome if the last box had a Jeter auto. Would never complain about pulling a Jeter auto. Nice one again there for you, Jamie. Got an Andrew McCutchen here for the Pirates. That one's going to be 1935 out of 2020. Tops was like, this is the perfect case for you guys. All right, let me get these moved over. We will hop into our box toppers, then into box number 4. Got a nice Juan Soto here. It's going to be 184 out of 199. Going over to the Washington Nationals. Nice one there. Going over to Nicholas. There you go, Nicholas. All right, then we've got our fabric patch here. Going over to the Atlanta Braves. Nice Freddie Freeman there. Going over to Dylan. There you go, Dylan. Nice patch there. Congrats on that. All right, let me get this moved over. We'll hop into box number 4. We got the Gio for the Yankees. Let me look really quick. I can quickly flip through here. Gio for the Yankees. Jonathan Daza for the Rockies. And Kenta Maeda for the Twins. Are our 3 autos so far. Empty box there. We've got a Javi Baez image variation here. Nice one there for the Cubs. Go ahead and get that one magged up. First image variation of the break. That one's going over to Joe. There you go, Joe. Nice Cubs image variation there. It's funny, we were talking about CubsCon. It looks like this image variation was taken at CubsCon. Nice one there for the Cubs. Congrats on that. Got our Major League materials. How about that for the Yankees? Going to be a Gleyber Torres. Nice one there for the Yankees. There you go, Jamie. Another one for the Yankees. Congrats on that. Waiting for Brian to comment on that one. All right, we'll do one more and then I'll get these moved over. I will be honest with you. This is even more Yankees than there was in the last case. In the last case, we just had the Derek Jeter patches. Let me get this base moved over. We'll hop into our next couple of packs. If you're actually leaving, have a good night, Brian. Get this split down just a little bit. What, that it's just Yankees? It is a little wild sometimes when one team has more hits. Like, obviously you're not going to have all 30 teams as your hits, but it's crazy when a box has one team consistently, when a case does. Here's another Derek Jeter from the 20 years of the captain for the Yankees. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it kind of makes sense with teams like the Yankees just because they have, like, I'm going to give you the cliche answers, or they have more history and bigger players and things like that. But I agree with you at the same time. I feel like sometimes it can be a little frustrating. Not necessarily in a bad way, but it's just crazy to see only... Nice Nolan Ryan there. See only certain teams hit. Well, it's weird. Like, I opened 4 boxes of Donruss earlier today, and we got 2 Jets autos and 2 Chargers autos. Like, 4 different boxes, and the same 2 teams got all the hits. I was like, that's kind of wild. And I know they're not doing it intentionally, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Because obviously that's good for whoever has that team, but it is crazy to see sometimes. And obviously I'll agree more now because you have the Yankees. Because I would never say that if... Got a high 10 here for the A's. That one's going to be 552 out of 2020. Yeah, well, and it's weird because you never know. Like I said, the last case, other than the manufactured patches, the Yankees didn't hit anything. So I wouldn't say like it's a trend necessarily. I think it just so happened to be these first few boxes. I remember like the first couple boxes of Bowman this year I opened, I swore every box was hitting an auto from a Detroit Tigers player, but then after that, couldn't find another one. So like it's just weird how the trends happen sometimes. So like I said, it doesn't mean it's indicative of the whole product. I mean, we still have gotten autos and patches from other teams too. Well, it hasn't just been the Yankees, but got a Rich Hall here for the Twins. That one's going to be 12/29 out of 2020. All right, let me get this base moved out of the way. But there's still 2 more boxes. You never know. There's a couple of really good prospects that had their rookie year a year later. Yordan Alvarez has rookies in here. 2020 is a tough year because it was like during the COVID year, so a lot of the rookies didn't get their full season. Some of them blossomed later. Lubob is another good rookie in here. Dang, that's crazy. Got a nice Ernie Banks here. That's going to be 4 out of 50 for the Cubs. Mr. Cub himself. Going over to Joe. There you go, Joe. Nice Ernie Banks out of 50. And right behind that, you got the Anthony Rizzo there. I wonder, though, if that disparity is because of the 20 years of the captain set. Like, because there's so many cards highlighting specifically Derek Jeter. Obviously, he only played for the Yankees. Man, Ernie Banks, that's one of those autos that's like on my bucket list. Absolute legend. And I know they're not that difficult to come by either. Got a nice Tim LeCastro there. Let's see it. That would be awesome. I would love to pull one of those. I always like make a little list of myself of cards personally that I'd love to see. That's one of them. Funny enough, in our last case, I pulled an Anthony Rizzo relic, which obviously, like, not a massive card, but I had never pulled any Anthony Rizzo, like, memorabilia or autos as a breaker, so that was cool to see. Derek Jeter had been on my list for the longest time till I pulled his out of 5 auto. It's like a little breaker bucket list. That's cool. There is our auto. A nice Josh Hader for the Brewers. That one going over to Michael. There you go, Michael. Josh Hader auto on card for you. Congrats on that. These 1985 designs are some of my favorite in the set. All right, let me get these base moved over. We'll hop into our box toppers and do our second to last box. Got a purple here of Trent Grisham. Rookie for the Padres. That one's going to be 25 out of 75. Nice one there for the Padres. That one going over to Joe. There you go, Joe. Nice purple Trent Grisham rookie. Congrats on that. We were talking about rookies earlier. There's a couple in here, too, who were massive at the time. It didn't necessarily work out, like Christian Pache, or the one that played for the Tampa Bay Rays that we won't talk about. Got an Eloy Jimenez on the cloth patch here for the White Sox. Nice one there for the Sox. Going over to Jamie. There you go. Congrats on that one. All right, let me get these moved over. We'll hop into our second to last box. Get these scooched over just a little bit. I didn't. Maybe I did. I take that back. Maybe I did. I'm trying to think. I didn't get to... Normally I help sort when I'm not breaking, but I don't think I helped sort that one. But that's awesome. One of my best friends is a huge Roger Clemens fan. Let's do it. Last 2-box magic. Trying to remember. I think it was Chrome update. Empty box. I pulled a couple super low numbered out of the silver packs. I pulled a Mike Trout auto out of a silver pack once. That was a crazy one. Yeah. Well, I know I looked at it when they were getting it ready for shipping after he broke it. You got the Wemby auto, right? That was another bucket list for me, even though he was a rookie. So I wasn't on there that long, but I always wanted to pull a Wemby auto. Got a Miggy Cabrera there. And there's Christian Pache on the prospects. Like I said, when this came out, he was super hot. Not that he's had a bad career, but once he went to the Athletics, he kind of petered off a little bit. I remember the year after this product came out, I pulled a Pache signed jersey out of a mystery box, and I was like super deflated. It was like, if I would have pulled that a year earlier, it would have been the biggest. Heck yeah, congrats again on that. That's a gorgeous card. That might be one of my favorite pulls. I'm trying to think of what my favorite hits I've pulled for people are. There's some pretty cool ones. Sometimes, though, it's like the biggest cards are not the ones that make my personal favorites list, even though they're some of the coolest cards I've pulled. There we go. Like, probably personally my favorite card I've ever pulled was out of Allen and Ginter, and it was a dual auto relic booklet of Larry Walker and Chris Bryant out of 10, which I thought was like super cool. Obviously not like the biggest card in the world. Derek Jeter out of 5, definitely on my list of favorite cards I've pulled. Pulled a really cool Cubs triple patch, 1 of 1. I'm a big wrestling fan, so I pulled a... Oh, heck yeah. Good luck with that. But I'm a big wrestling fan. I pulled a Hulk Hogan auto. That was one of my favorites. There's another Derek Jeter patch going over to the Yankees on the 20 years of the captain. One of the cards I pulled, guy does not have the best reputation anymore. Well, I think he didn't at the time either, but he's still one of the greats in the sport, and I'll never forget it, was a Conor McGregor auto out of 50 on card. Are you talking about the Christian Pache jersey I was talking about? Or the, so the Derek Jeter. No, so the Derek Jeter actually manufactured relics, which means they didn't actually come from a jersey. They were designed specifically for the product. I wish those Derek Jeter were game worn. Another Derek Jeter and a Ken Griffey Jr. All right, let me get these moved out of the way. Yeah, the Jeters are manufactured, but still really cool. Also out of Allen and Ginter, I pulled a hand-numbered Nolan Ryan out of 10 on the auto. That was one of my favorites. Big Nolan Ryan fan. I mean, how can you not be a Nolan Ryan fan? He's one of the greatest to ever do it. Trying to think who would still be on my list. Obviously, like, I would love to pull like huge cut autos like Babe Ruth, but like current guys, or at least guys that are still alive, would love to pull a Mariano Rivera auto one day. Got an Alex Bregman here on the image variation. Get that one magged up for the Astros. That's cool. Greg Maddux would be another one I'd love to pull. Obviously, the kid, Ken Griffey Jr. Have not pulled one of his autos yet. Would love to see one of those. I've almost gotten to a Griffey. Dang, that's a really cool card. Same with the Mariano. Both of those are epic. I've almost gotten into a couple Griffey signings. I'm not even like a fan of any of the teams he played for. I just have so much respect for Ken Griffey Jr. There we go. Nice image variation of Bregman there. Oh, awesome, Joe. Got a Hoilius Chachian here for the Twins. That one's going to be 1984 out of 2020. Dang, that's really cool. Crack open some more top loaders here. Would love to see an A-Rod. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of guys from that time period that should be given a second chance. I think that was just a complicated time in baseball as far as the players' activities go. Got a Jesus Luzardo there. That one was 1230 out of 2020. Yeah. Well, that's the same with like Sosa and McGuire, right? Like there never was anything said that said they couldn't get in. The voters just had their All right, last 3 packs. Let me get into our box toppers, and then we'll hop into our last box. Yeah, I mean, especially now that like the MLB not directly promotes gambling, but you can do sports betting, and they have like sports betting in the stadiums. Got an Albert Pujols. Nice one there for the Angels on the Major League material. Going over to Michael Sittler. There you go, Michael. Nice Albert Pujols memorabilia there for you. Congrats on that. There's the prospect we're not going to talk about. There's one more right behind Javi here. You can kind of see it right under his head. Hey man, at one point that was worth a lot of money. Now you can buy 6 of his jerseys signed for $100. No, 10 of his jerseys signed. I take that back. 10 of his jerseys signed for $100. So $10 a jersey. One more box. Not a whole case. The dual case break that's up on our website is for our get these base moved over. Moved over for Topps 2025 Series 1. So that'll be next week. But yes, one more box. All right, and our cloth patch here. A Juan Soto for the Washington Nationals. Nice one there. Former New York Yankee for all those Yankees fans out there. All right. Here we go. Stand up for this one. Empty box there. I haven't seen any. Doesn't mean they can't exist. Empty box there. Got a Miguel Cabrera. Yeah, Pokemon has what they call the God Packs. Nice. Miggy Cabrera for the Tigers. 2016 going over to the Tigers. I'm going to say going over to the MLB All-Star 2016 All-Star patch. Going over to the Tigers. That one going over to Rob. There you go, Rob. Yeah, the Pokemon ones are crazy too. You get some insane. I was thinking the same thing. I was about to say, look, not a Yankee. Brian just went to bed too soon. Got a Derek Jeter patch. 20 years the captain. 2020, or not 2023, 2003. Another one there for the Yankees. Oh, that's awesome. Glad to hear he enjoys playing Pokemon there. And I do, but rarely. I'll go in on there on my days off sometimes. But usually I'm there for our trade nights. Or like this month, I believe it's on the 22nd. I'll have to check the date. But we're doing Topps Rip Night, and I'll be there hanging out doing that. I was there for the Pokemon Prismatic Evolutions release. Just to soak it in and see how that went down. I love going to the store, but I just don't get there enough. Between work and school, I feel like I'm always somewhere else. Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure. Yeah, definitely will. All right, let me get this base moved over. We'll hop into our next couple of packs. Getting towards the end. Yeah, if you guys are local, definitely check out Topps Rip Night. It's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be on the 22nd. Okay, I got the right date. I was like, that's the date. I don't think so. I think I've seen the name before. Like, I've never been to any of like the Pokemon events other than the Prismatic Evolutions release. That's a world that I'm just now. I don't know if getting into is the right word because I'm not personally playing, but it's a world that I'm trying to learn and like become immersed in just to experience something new. My younger sister plays Pokemon, so I'm trying to learn about it more to share it with her. I played Magic the Gathering for a long time when I was younger. Got a 41 out of 50 Nick Solak here for the Texas Rangers. Nice one there for the Rangers. Going over to Josh. There you go, Josh. Nice out of 50 coming your way. Congrats on that. Got a Kenta Maeda there for the Minnesota Twins. That one's going to be 1459 out of 2020. Still looking for our last auto, too. All right, let me get these base moved over. We'll hop into our last three packs and then into our box toppers. Got a high 10 here. And a Luis Robert Jr. Lou Bob on the Major League Material Auto 25 out of 25. We're going to go ahead and get that one magged up for the White Sox. How about that? Nice auto to end us. That's going over to Jamie. There you go. Lou Bob, 25 out of 25. Bookend rookie patch auto. Absolutely killer one there. Congrats again on that one. Really killer patch auto there. Really nice rookie, too. One of the best rookies to come out of 2020. Chris Owings there for the Rockies. Really nice throwback Mike Schmidt there. All right, last pack here before we get into our box topper packs. Obviously, the last normal pack here. Good luck, everybody. Got an Ichiro here. 361 out of 2020. Nice one there for the Mariners. All right, let me get these base moved over. We'll open our box topper packs and then hop into a recap. Got a Bobby Bradley here for the Guardians. That one's going to be 147 out of 150. 142, actually. Excuse me, I misread that. Nice one there for the Guardians. Going over to Rob. There you go, Rob. All right, and then we've got our cloth patch here to wrap us up. Let's see who it is. It's going to be a Kris Bryant for the Chicago Cubs. Nice one there. Love the look of these. That one going over to Joe. There you go, Joe. Last card of the break coming your way. Congrats on that. All right, let me get a couple things moved out of the way here, and we will hop into our recap. All right, here we go. Kris Bryant patch there for the Cubs. Nick Solak, that one's going to be 41 out of 50 for the Texas Rangers. Derek Jeter patch coming over to the Yankees. Miguel Cabrera patch coming over to the Tigers. Got the Juan Soto patch for the Nationals. Albert Pujols there for the Angels. Another Derek Jeter there for the Yankees. Eloy Jimenez there for the White Sox. Trent Grisham for the Padres. That one's going to be 25 out of 75. Josh Hader auto there for the Brewers. Ernie Banks for the Cubs, 4 out of 50. High 10 there for the A's. That one's going to be 552 out of 2020. My pleasure, Joe. Thanks for joining. All right, got another Derek Jeter patch there. Gleyber Torres patch for the Yankees. Freddie Freeman for the Braves. Got the Gio Urshela auto there for the Yankees. Got a Marks Terexia there for the Yankees. David Wright for the Mets. That one's going to be 8 out of 50. Mike Trout for the Angels. That one's going to be 78 out of 99. Jonathan Daza there for the Colorado Rockies. 182 out of 199. Justin Turner on the patch for the Dodgers there. Another Derek Jeter for the Yankees. Giancarlo Stanton there for the Yankees. And a Derek Jeter 22 out of 50 for the Yankees. And our Kenta Maeda auto there, 42 out of 50 for the Minnesota Twins. Then we've got our mags. Going over to the Texas Rangers here, we have the Yu Darvish All-Star. That one's going to be 2 out of 5. Got the Alex Bregman image variation going over to the Astros. The Javi Baez image variation going over to the Cubbies. And the Luis Robert Jr. 25 out of 25 rookie patch auto. Congrats on that one. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for this break. Thank you, everybody, for hopping on with me. Hope you have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you in the next one.